y'all, Renee here. Today I am going to be using two leftovers that I had that I made for my shadow box that I showed you a few weeks ago that I made extras. I ended up not using them. They're from this lovely border stamp and thin cut set. Here's that. And I told you I would come back and show you how I'm going to use these on another project. So I decided to do a couple of cards with those. So the layout that I'm using is from Call Me Crafty Owl. You all know that I love using her sheet load of cards. They're just amazing designs. And this one is from March 2020, so a year ago. So I'll leave a link down below to her her video for this particular card so you can get a copy of these yourself. But I thought I'd go ahead and use that one because it was a perfect design to use these two little borders that I colored up. Unfortunately, I don't remember the colors I used, but I did use my Copic markers on these, so just some simple coloring. I actually stamped it in green, so I didn't even need to color the all the leaves and everything. I just had to color the flowers. So there are those. That's this stamp set, which is currently available, stamp and die set. Then the sentiment that I grabbed is from this Sweet Hummingbird set. It has really wonderful sentiments, and I love the images. The stamp itself is still available, but unfortunately the die set is sold out, but you can still get the stamp set itself. It is really pretty. I love some of these sentiments. The sentiment that I used is the "You're the Sweetest." So that is what I have going on here. I thought I'd just go ahead and walk and talk while I'm doing stuff. This paper here is from Brushed, which is a retired paper line, but I think you can still get it on my website. So check that out. It's called Brushed. And then this is the paper from the In This Together, which I do believe you can still purchase as well. So both of the papers may possibly be still available. So we are just going to go ahead and get started. I thought I would talk to you while I was doing this. It's been a while since I've talked about things that I use, so I thought I'd just kind of, while I'm crafting, tell you about some of my favorite tools to use. One of them is my Advanced Tape Glider ATG gun. It's by Scotch. I bought mine at Hobby Lobby with a 40% off coupon, which I know we're all pretty sad that Hobby Lobby doesn't have those coupons anymore. I know I'm very sad about it. And it's actually made me think about shopping, at some other stores that do offer coupons. So, there's that. Okay, so we're going to put this on at like a little bit of an angle. You just got to be a little careful about lining up your two edges with the edges of your card, and then you're just going to trim that piece off. But I want to make sure that I'm getting my sentiment in the right place. So it looks like my sentiment needs to line up with that. Yes, that's going to be perfect. So I just know I need to line it up with this top part of that yellow paper. The thing I love about these papers is that they're double-sided, so it's so easy to coordinate. I'm not always the best at figuring out what to coordinate with what, so that always helps. So we're going to put this little strip on. One of the other things that I like to use quite a bit are these, they're called reverse tweezers. These ones are older than the hills. You can tell by how dirty they are. Mine are by EK Tools, but just search for reverse tweezers. We have tweezers through Close to My Heart, but they're not the reverse tweezers that I like to use. So we'll put that on at an angle, and then I just need my little scissors. These are Close to My Heart scissors, and these are the best little scissors I have ever used. And I don't say that just because I'm a consultant. They really are the best scissors I've ever used for crafting. And they're non-stick, so even the adhesive that was still left on the end of one of these pieces that I just cut off that's now stuck to my desk does not stick to the scissors. They really are wonderful scissors. So now I'm just going to put this across on that angle. And for that, I like to use the Zig two-way, it's called Zig two-way glue, squeeze and roll. Now, you can find other Zig pens online and at the craft stores, but they don't have this ball tip. This ball tip I think is the best. So because all you got to do is just pounce it kind of like this, and the little ball tip lets out just the right amount of glue. I just squeeze it a little bit in the middle and just tap, and I get the exact amount of glue out that I want every time. Now, the one thing you have to be careful with this glue is that it is a two-way glue, meaning that if you attach it to, I'm going to do it like about right there. If you attach it to your project and it's paper to paper and you let it dry, it becomes permanent. However, if you put it on paper and you let it dry, like if I were to use this one where I have some little drops of the glue, if I were to set that aside and let it dry, it would become repositionable, which is kind of problematic if you use too much glue and it squishes out, because then wherever it's squished out, it will never actually become dry. It'll just always be tacky. So you just got to be careful if you're using it that you don't allow it to squish out. So there is one card. Very, very cute. Love the way that turned out. Just a nice little sweet card that used that colored piece. So let's do the other color that I pulled together. And again, this is from the In This Together paper line. It was our quarantine themed, as you can see from the back side of it, all kinds of quarantine related items. But another thing that I really like to use, and I've left it out here for you so you could see it, is our bone folder. You will get a much better crisp edge on your folded items. I also like to use it a lot when I'm making 3D items on my Cricut. I haven't done one of those in quite a while, but I really like to use SVG Cuts. Their designs, her designs are just beautiful. So we will just line this up a little bit better. And you'll see on the other one it was a little bit short. That's because I'm using some scraps. So this is a really good design for the scraps because you don't need to fill that hole. You saw on this other one that there was a gap right here. That's not a problem. Now in this one there won't be a gap because I had enough of both of the papers. So for this one, let's see where this needs to go. So again, I can line it up. I can butt it up to that. That makes it very easy. And you can also change this. I used all of the measurements on the card design this time, exactly as she had them. You can change them up if you had a sentiment that was a different size that you wanted to use. Let's see, I want to use the lighter side on this one. Our colored cardstock does come in two, each one has two sides to it, and one side, they're both in the same color family, just one side is lighter than the other, which I really like that. It's like getting two cardstocks for the price of one. It's also really nice if you're doing like double photo mats. You can flip them and then you're gonna know, see now they're sticking, but they didn't stick to the scissors. You'll know that they're gonna match because they're in the same color family. And they not match, they'll go together. That's the word I was looking for. So we'll go ahead, use some more of this Tombow glue. You can also buy this Tombow glue in a larger, not a roller ball, but it's kind of like a sponge tip, I guess is what it is. So if you're doing some larger areas. And we'll put this on, let's see. And I love these borders. They're all a good size. You could even do them from top to bottom. So I'm getting a lot of use out of this border die. I think it's called, let me see, I can't remember the name of it. It is called the Lovely Borders. So if you're looking for some, you know, it costs a little more. It is a bit of an investment, but I think you'll use it a lot. I'm finding myself using it a lot. So there is that. Both of the cards are complete. Again, the sentiment, "You're the Sweetest," came from the Sweet Hummingbird stamp set. You can still get the stamp set. And then the borders are from the Lovely Borders thin cut and stamp set. And I will, as I said, I'll leave a link to Alicia's YouTube channel for this particular card so you can get a copy of these instructions. They're very well done, and she doesn't even charge for them. I'm shocked that she does not charge for them. So again, I hope you enjoyed the cards that I brought you today. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment down below, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.